Well, Coy, thank you for coming in today. My name is Emily. I work here at the clinic, and maybe we could start out by um, helping me learn a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm married, have 5 kids. I work as a farmer. Um, a lot of busy, stressful days in my life, and so that's a little bit about me.
So, what I hear you saying is you feel like your life is pretty stressful. You have a lot going on.
Yep.
So, what brings you in today?
Well, I've been told that by many my friends and family around me that they think I have a problem with alcoholism.
Okay, so something that we do whenever we have a new client come in, we have a screener, and it just helps us to better understand if you do have an alcohol problem and how we can best help you. So, if it's okay with you, I'd like to go through a few questions and just have you answer those for me, and then afterwards, we'll talk a little bit about what the screener tells us.
That's fine.
So how often do you have a drink containing alcohol? So once a month, a few times a month. How many times a month would you say?
Oh, probably 3 times a week.
2 to 3 times a week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day when you are drinking?
Oh, 5 or 6.
Okay. So on a day that you're drinking 5 to 6 drinks.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you have 5 or more drinks on one occasion? So, how many times a week or a month would you say this happens?
Probably twice a week.
Twice a week. Um, okay. But not more than twice a week.
Very rarely.
Very
Twice a
rarely.
week.
Okay. How often during the last year have you found that you were not able to stop drinking once you started?
In the past year,
Mm-hmm.
oh, 5 or 6 times maybe.
Maybe 5 or 6 times. So, less than once a month?
Yeah. Yeah, less than once a month that I couldn't stop.
Okay. How often during the last year have you failed to do what was normally expected of you because you were drinking?
I would say none, but those around me seem to think it affects me more than I think it does.
Any idea how often they feel like it affects you? Like you're not able to perform your everyday duties, work on the farm, help with your family?
I don't know, not really. I've just been told that they think I don't know, I'm kind of out of touch a little bit, but I don't know that I know a specific number, how many times.
Would you say once a month you're not able to go to work?
Oh, maybe once a month.
Okay. How often during the last year have you needed a first drink in the morning to get yourself going after a heavy drinking session?
Mm, I don't know, 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times in the year, so not once a month, less than
No,
once a month.
less than monthly.
How often during the last year have you had a feeling of guilt or remorse after drinking?
Usually after I drink to where I can't stop, and I mean, so 5 or 6 times
So 5 or 6 times in the last
in the
year.
last year.
Okay. How often during the last year have you been unable to remember what happened the night before because of your drinking?
Probably 3 times.
3 times. Have you or someone else been injured because of your drinking?
No.
Has a relative, friend, doctor, or other healthcare worker been concerned about your drinking or suggested that you cut down? So you mentioned your family.
Yeah, my wife.
Okay. And when was the last time she expressed some concern?
No, last week.
Okay. Have you ever been in treatment for an alcohol problem?
No.
Thank you for answering all of those questions. So, after looking at our screener, it indicates that you might be someone who could benefit from more help, from some more assessments and assistance to help you get control of your drinking. So, how do you feel about that?
Well, I guess I got a problem. I probably should get it fixed.
So, you feel like you probably should get some help?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so let's talk about what kind of support you feel like you would have if you were to seek out some help. Who would be on your team, so to speak?
Well, my wife, probably my biggest one. I don't know, my mother probably, my kids.
Okay, that's great. So what I'm hearing you say is that you have a strong support system,
Yeah.
close family members that would be on board for helping you. That's
Yeah.
great. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated would you say that you are to stop drinking or get your drinking under control?
Probably an 8.
So you're pretty motivated,
Yeah.
sounds like. That's great. I think that you have some strengths, being able to recognize and have that desire to change, having some family support, and the fact that you're here today, that you were willing to come in. Those are all strengths. Those are really great things that will help you and benefit you. So would it be okay if I were to refer you to someone like myself who was trained in helping others that have a drinking problem that want to get some help?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. All right. I can give you a referral and we'll get you some help. Thank you for coming in.
Okay, thank you.